are waiting for the ferry. We had a couple hours to kill, so kind of walked around this little town here. What's the town?
South Baymouth, I think.
Oh yeah, South Baymouth. And walking along, and we found some trails. I feel like it was like a hidden treasure. There was absolutely no one on there.
Very Hobbit-like, or
really cool. Yeah, I feel fortunate to have discovered the trails. And the lake here is just beautiful.
I think what most surprises me about the Great Lakes is how clear the water is. It's
oh wow, that semi is going on the ferry. I'm a little concerned with how much weight this ferry can hold. I don't know about these things. Stop.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, I don't know. Yes, the water is so clear and surprisingly warm. It's very warm. Like that coastline over there, you could tell me that was Hawaii and I wouldn't argue.
Well, the water wasn't that warm.
Well, not that warm, but I mean how clear.
Yeah, and
the rock form.
The rock had eroded away from water, but it almost looks volcanic because of the way it has eroded. So the landscape is very volcanic-like, and the water is crystal clear. And it's a little warmer right there because it's kind of a shallow.
Yeah, of course.
Area of rocks.
It is really muggy.
Oh.
And I'm like, whew, I need a tank top on or something. It's like living on the coast. Humid, but it's probably 70. Yeah. I like this overcast day though. It's really pretty here.
If it was sunny, we'd be sweating to the oldies.
So we're gonna go get back in the van. We still have another like half hour or so to wait. We're gonna grab some breakfast before we get on, and I think it's about a 2-hour ferry ride, no?
I think so.
Yeah, so exciting. We'll see you on the other side. Roadtrek, we made it.
I've lost control of the vehicle. I'm being sucked in by the mothership.
Roadtrek, yeah. Okay, you guys, we just took a tour at the Roadtrek Factory, which we'll get to in a minute. But, so while we were at the tour, they took our van and
Did we ever show any videos? I don't know if we ever did.
When we did the tour, we did.
Okay, remember, this is how we access our black and gray tank, and this is the 2016 model. And the 2016 model, there's a screw here and a screw here and a lock here. So you have to undo all these things, and then it's the longest process of dumping tanks almost. And the screws get rusty when you're down like in the salty climates. 2017 model they had this different version. So when we pulled it up in here, we showed them this, and they said, "Oh, we'll just because we're coming here to fix our sink and a few minor issues," and they solved that.
Wow, so that is a game changer. Yeah, latches on that strip and then the magnet.
And then if You know, from a previous video, our sink glass top broke, so I put a cutting board on it in place, which we really like. Well, the reason we're here is this sink broke, this faucet broke recently. So we came here mainly just to get this fixed. And they just replaced our whole sink.
They put a whole sink in there with a new top. They said we could take the top off, put a cutting board back on, whatever we want to do.
I might have to put our cutting board back on there. We'll see.
Since they replaced our sink, they did a water system check. And they switched out our water pump because they discovered one of the valves on the pump had become squished. I guess these are technical terms here.
There was a gasket in there that had become squished, and that's why we've been having this random. I was thinking there was a leak somewhere, but I couldn't find it because every once in a while the water pump would just go. It would just run. Mm-hmm. So we'd have to turn it off at night because sometimes it would turn on at night. So there was no leak issue. It was just they checked the water pump and that was what it was. They put a new one in. So I'm blown away by the customer service.
Basically, we got a lot of stuff taken care of that wasn't even on our radar, really. You know?
Yeah, and it wasn't when we came here. He didn't even know we had a YouTube channel.
No.
So that was just the customer service.
Good customer service. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Oh, and our plan was to go now to Maine through the East Coast or whatever and do New England in the fall and then head south. We're gonna have some stuff done to the van that we have to wait about a month to have them done. So now we're gonna go into New England, goof off, and then come back here and get some stuff done to the van.
So you have to stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get on down the highway because it's getting into rush hour now, and you know how I feel about rush hour. And then we'll join back up with you and let you know about the tour. Okay, so we got out of town. We beat rush hour, and we I don't even know where we're at, but we pulled into a Walmart last night and got a good night's sleep. So we just wanted to get back on here this morning and share with you about the tour.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Seriously, highly recommend. Whether you own a Roadtrek, don't own a Roadtrek, thinking about owning a Roadtrek, just want to see how these things are made, they take you in. We obviously couldn't film. You put safety goggles on, go through these doors, and it's not like an automated factory behind glass. You are in the factory with vehicles everywhere, people. It's like a beehive.
They're very busy, but you're hands-on watching them. You're not hands-on. You're watching them be hands-on, up close, walking around. If the doors on the vehicles are open, you can peek in.
I mean, you're stepping over cords and walking around. I mean, you are in the factory.
Yeah, they're built well, and it's not just some assembly line where there's people putting one thing in. They're actually just building the van, and there's so many models to look at.
And there's so much going on in there. Like towards the back, they have their own lumberyard in there that has all the wood that they use. They have all the cabinetry in there.
All the cabinet doors for all their, I think all their models, the cherry wood and the oak, and they come all finished, made by local Mennonites.
Yeah.
Right there outside of Kitchener. So pretty neat. And obviously there's a factory is a factory, but I think what made it really cool was that maybe it's because we own a Roadtrek, I don't know, but you're treated so well by everyone, from the people that work in the front office. They babysat our dog.
Yeah, they watched Pistol while we went on the tour. Oh my gosh.
I think she's gained a little bit of weight.
Yeah, they have a huge thing of treats there.
Yeah, I watched the treat jar, and every time we come back, lower and lower. But and the tour guide Dennis was great.
Yeah.
And everyone, you think you almost feel like you're bothering because you're kind of walking around and you have to move out of the way for a forklift, and and guys are doing their thing, and everyone was polite and nice, and it didn't seem like.
It actually seems like people who work there are happy to work there. Yeah. You know what I mean? That makes a difference within a company.
And then they just opened a new facility. Is it in Cambridge nearby? Anyway.
Yeah, so we went over there and we actually took a tour of that facility as well. How big is it? 250,000
square feet.
Yeah, so they don't have much over there yet, but they are transferring all the Heimer products, I think, over to that facility. So Heimer will be mostly over there, and then Roadtrek over on the And the original facility, which is only like 40,000 feet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and they're so busy right now. It's crazy to just watch them go.
And another thing worth noting that they told us on the tour, there's no such thing as a stock vehicle. Every vehicle is made to order. So if you go to a lot and you see a vehicle there, that dealership has specifically ordered what is in that vehicle. There's no stock vehicle that they just get. So that's an interesting thing. So they put the order in and then they build it for their specs.
Sounds like they're getting a lot of orders from RV rental companies for the Sprinter type, like the one we're in, the ProMaster. So anyway, it was super cool. I probably do it again when we go back in a month or so to have
a few things worked on and
make a few changes.
Yeah.
But
so today we are headed to Niagara-on-the-Lake. We're just gonna like slow down for a minute. The weather is phenomenal. It is like almost 80 degrees and it's like what, 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock in the morning.
It is crazy warm. Not a cloud in the sky. So we're gonna head to Niagara-on-the-Lake and kind of cruise around that town, check it out, and just relax. It seems like, especially with the appointment of the ferry and then the factory, see how we are, we're just like, we had 2 appointments and it just completely stressed us out and blew our minds. So
Terrible.
We just need to rein it in a little and slow down, and we're just gonna go wander today.
Let's go wander.
Yeah, it's a good day to wander.
Crystal's gonna burn out some calories.
She does.